Outer Wilds is a unique game about exploration, mysteries, and puzzles, all that's set in different places of the solar system. The game was developed by the studio Mobius Digital and released in 2020 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. Outer Wilds is a critically acclaimed and award-winning open-world mystery about a solar system trapped in an endless time loop. You're the newest recruit of Outer Wilds Ventures, a fledgling space program searching for answers in a strange, constantly evolving solar system. As you explore the game, you'll see things getting connected with answers and more mysteries. What will make your playtime in the game better at every new discovery, making the experience in the game really unique.
I sense suffering here, Spirit. Do you need help?
Death and corruption are all that remain here. Turn back.
My father was a spirit guide.
Kena Bridge of Spirits is a story-driven, action-adventure combining exploration with fast-paced combat. Untangle the past as Kena, a young spirit guide in search of the sacred mountain shrine. Help free the spirits trapped in a forgotten village with the help of the Rot, her adorable, yet powerful, spirit companions. The game was developed by Ember Lab and released in 2021 to PlayStation 4 and 5, but in the next years it was released to Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. The visual style of the game is really beautiful, yet with a simple graphic style. The story is good and fun, with good characters, and good cinematic moments, but the best of the game is the gameplay itself, with platforming challenges, exploration, and combat. What is the best thing of the game in my opinion? With a fluid and stylish combat, even got some Souls-like features.
What are you hiding? Why are you here?
Prodeus is a game really similar to the new Doom games in the gameplay. It was developed by the studio Bounding Box Software and released in 2022 to Xbox One and Series, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, macOS, Linux, and Windows. Experience the quality you'd expect from a modern AAA game, designed with retro aesthetics and gameplay that invoke the tech-imposed limits of older hardware. The game features a handcrafted campaign from industry FPS veterans, co-op and competitive multiplayer play drawing on classic modes, a fully integrated level editor, and a built-in community map browser for instantaneous action with nearly limitless levels to play. But for you, fan of single-player boomer shooter games, this one won't let you down. ULTRAKILL is a fast-paced, ultra-violent retro FPS, combining the skill-based style scoring from character action games with unadulterated carnage inspired by the best shooters of the 90s. Rip apart your foes with very destructive weapons and shower in their blood to regain your health. Game developed by RC Padala, also known as Hikita, and released in 2020, and it's available on Windows, Linux, and Amazon Luna. It's a boomer shooter, yeah, but an original and unique one. The graphics are simple, but the game is all about mechanics, awarding you for being fast and stylish. And believe me, this game gives you many different ways to defeat your enemies, and is more stylish the way you kill. More and more points you'll get, making the gameplay loop of the game extremely rewarding. Project Snowblind is a futuristic and technological first-person shooter game. It was developed by the studio Crystal Dynamics and released in 2005 to Xbox, PlayStation 2, and Windows. Experience the dramatic intensity of the front lines of a war through the eyes of the first of a new breed of super soldiers in this gritty and epic first-person action game. An augmented super soldier must stop a renegade regime from eradicating the civilized world. A very fun game for you, fan of PlayStation 2 era, since it's a game that will give you nostalgia of those times, even if you've never played the game.
I tell you, it takes a lot of rage to stare across 8 realms of hell, an ocean of demons, into the eyes of the Red Judge and still think, I'm coming for you.
Metal Hellsinger is a shooter game completely inspired in the new Doom games, but the point here is that the combat of the game is also mixed with a rhythm feature. If you shoot in the right moments of the songs, you'll cause more damage. What makes the gameplay even more satisfying as you learn. The game was developed by the studio The Outsiders and released in 2022 to Xbox One and Series, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Windows. Slay to the rhythm of metal and vengeance on an infernal journey through the 8 hells. Hellsinger is a rhythm FPS bursting with demons, badass weapons, and heavy metal music. An excellent game for you fan of the new Doom games and want to play something similar.
Her guns were the drums of hell. Me? I'm just a fan.
I'm still here. Holding on. Let this fire break. Let this scorching last.
Stray is a unique game that you play as a cat. That's the reason this game got famous, but it's much more than a simple cat game. It was developed by the studio Blue 12 Studio and released in 2022, and today you can play it on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, macOS, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. Lost, alone and separated from family, a stray cat must untangle an ancient mystery to escape a long-forgotten cyber city and find their way home. As you start playing, you'll understand the gameplay. That's simple, but fluid and really fun. As you keep advancing in the story, you'll feel really connected to that world and mysteries. That for me is extremely immersive. In the game you can do basically everything a cat would do, and everything got a use in the game to escape, solve puzzles, and much more.
When the ruinous powers of chaos unleash their foulest abominations, who will prevail against the darkness? The ULTRAKILL! Bolt Gun is a gory, rapid-fire boomer shooter blast from the past!
Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun is a game that amazed me when I played. It's a boomer shooter with a retro visual style like the classic Doom games, but with a modern gameplay. What makes it really addictive? The game was developed by the studio Auroch Digital and released in 2023 to Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Windows. Load up your bolt gun and unleash the awesome Space Marine arsenal to blast your way through an explosion of sprites, pixels and blood in a perfect blend of Warhammer 40,000. Frenetic gameplay and the stylish visuals of 90s retro shooters. A game that is a true tribute to the creators of first-person games, and also an amazing boomer shooter experience that you gotta have.
Take control of a mighty Sternguard veteran and plunge headlong into the grim, dark universe of Warhammer 40,000. Summoned by the Inquisition, you'll scour Graia, a forge world on the brink, overrun by cultists, traitors, and chaos demons.
Blake, it's Whitley. What's the situation?
Not good.
What do you mean?
The base is gone, Colonel. It looks like massive explosives damage.
Understood. Keep your team together and get them to shelter as quickly as you can.
The Thing is a unique third-person survival horror game released in 2002, and yes, it's based in the movie with the same name. The game was developed by the studio Black Label Games and released to Xbox, PlayStation 2, and Windows, but recently a remastered version of the game was released to Windows, Xbox One and Series, and PlayStation 4 and 5. You are J.F. Blake, leader of a U.S. Special Forces rescue team sent to investigate the blood-curdling events and enigmatic deaths of the American scientific team that transpired at the Outpost 31 research facility, located in the frozen wastelands of Antarctica. A game with multiple gameplay possibilities that will get you really connected to the story.
Men are dying out there.
You're out of your league here, Blake. This game is just beginning.
Done is an insane open-world game set in a western United States. If you like Red Dead Redemption and would like to play something in the same style on PlayStation 2, this is the game. We also have Red Dead Revolver on PlayStation 2, but it's totally different of Red Dead Redemption. Gun is kinda similar, and it was developed by Neversoft, Activision, and released in 2005 to PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, PC, and later on PSP. The game is set in a beautiful and immersive western universe with a good gameplay and fun characters. To fight the enemies you can do it in different ways with different guns, which there's a lot in the game. Use knives, even use enemies as human cover, what is really fun too, and even play being stealthy when you can. So if you want to try something different in the style of Red Dead, this is a good one.
Get his goal!